All right, everyone. So, week 1, I went 1-2. Not the best start, and let me break down what happened. The one game we did win was the Bears at the Titans. The Titans at Bears. Bears -4. And this game looked bad for us the entire time. They were losing the entire game. But your boy Will Levis came in clutch, and he threw some picks. And the Bears ended up winning that game and covering. So that was the one win, which was a dirty, didn't look clean win. But hey, we take it. Now, the second game was the Texans versus the Colts. Texans -2.5. We got screwed by the half-point hook. And I got the line at 1.5, but when I posted to you guys, it was 2.5. So I would take the L on that. That half-point hook really screwed us. A 2-point hook. It really hurts, but Texans played well. The Colts just wouldn't go away. Damn Anthony Richardson, but so that's an L. And we lose the Rams and Lions game. Rams +3.5. We were in it the entire time, and then once I saw the overtime come up and that, the Lions won the toss, I knew it was over. I was praying that they would just get a field goal and they would stop the Rams, but of course, didn't end up that way, and the Lions win by 6. So, a very disappointing start. 1-2 is not the way I want to start, and I will get better, and let's move on to week 2. So, you guys can chime in if you guys want. It's up to you. But game 1, right? I'm taking the New York Football Giants at the Commanders. Giants +1.5. So you know me. I like breaking down stats, player positions, right? That's the stats for this game. The stats for this game all lean towards the Commanders. Right? We got Daniel Jones, Jaden Daniels. Daniels by a mile. Even though, it's not hard to do because Jones is terrible. Wide receiver, we got Neighbors on the Giants. Wandell also versus Terry McLaurin and Luke McCaffrey. I give the edge to the Commanders. Running backs, Devin Singletary on the Giants. B-Rob on the Commanders. Again, Commanders. It's just never ending. Dable and Dan Quinn. I'd argue Dan Quinn. I would say it's a push, personally. Dable had flashes, but he's kind of losing my trust and the team's trust. Dan Quinn's a great defensive-minded coach, and he's done well in Dallas, and I think he'll do well in Washington. So my fun fact for this one is Commanders have lost 9 straight games. That's not a typo. 9 straight games. And the Giants are only going to FedEx Field, who doesn't have the crowd presence as much as other stadiums. So I think that the home field advantage won't play a big factor there. And you're giving me 1.5 points. Dable, Daniel Jones, their jobs are on the line. They're in desperation mode. And when Daniel Jones is in the corner, I think he might bounce back just for 1 week. And that's it. What do you guys think?
I think you're nuts.
Okay, I'm nuts. I knew it. I knew I'm nuts with my stat sheet.
I'm sorry,
so I'm nuts.
Petey. I'm sorry,
Petey.
I mean, I could see it happening. Yeah, sure, anything can happen. But I mean,
yeah, I could get
this is
shot with a meteorite.
This is a really tight one. I mean,
No.
this should be in a hot take. Like this should be
This
somewhere
is the
really hot.
hottest take, I think. It's not hotter than Eric's stuff, but this is the hottest take you've ever said. This is rough.
This is numbers versus human nature. Stats versus feelings.
I mean, if
Fair.
it's 1 point difference, sure, but like, I'm sorry, I just don't see it for the Giants.
The Giants just look so
Oh no, trust me, I watched the
bad.
entire game in detail, but I just have a feeling something in my plums.
You know what? I'm gonna throw $5 on this. What's the over under? It's 132.
30 something.
It's 132. Not the over under, the line.
It's plus 102 for the Giants.
What is the over under of the game though? Like 32? What is it?
44.
44?
But 9 straight? The Commanders lost 9 straight?
That's a pretty big over-under
you
for
know what?
Washington versus Giants.
It is. I agree. Under is a good play. So
I'm
Maybe
very
you're
scared.
right. Maybe you're
I
right,
got
Pete.
Giants
Maybe you're
13,
right.
Commanders 10. That's what I got.
So you think nothing's gonna happen this game?
I think
All right.
nothing's going to happen.
Okay, here's where I just can't get behind it because I just think the Giants defense is so bad. Jane Daniels doesn't have to be good to win this game. He just has to be average. He's got to run a little bit, check it down to Eckler or whatever the hell he's gonna do. And I don't know. God, this one's scary.
Here's another twist. I wouldn't be shocked if Drew Lock comes in mid-game.
Oh my God.
We'll be talking something different then. I think Drew Lock's going to look good.
Yeah, Drew Lock's a much better quarterback than the Giants. The
My
Giants are just
God.
swallowing their pride, and because they don't want to waste $160
I don't
million on
think
this
they're gonna
terrible
swallow
quarterback.
their pride during game 2, man. I think they're gonna
No.
push it at least till 4 or 5.
I don't think so. I'm hearing a lot of rumbling. So something's
All
got to
right.
give. So that's my first pick. I know it's one of the spicier ones, but
I need a
hey,
Pepto.
Yeah, I was just about to
I'll
say,
talk
I'm
to you
terrible.
on Sunday night. For my second pick, I have the Jets -3.5 at the Titans. So, quarterback battle. We have Aaron Rodgers versus Will Levis. Will Levis lost that game for the Titans. I don't trust him at all.
Jets at Patriots.
I think Aaron
Jets at Patriots.
Rodgers had a decent game
No,
against
you're
the
good. You said
hard
Titans,
team
Patriots.
last week. I think he bounces back significantly against this Titans team. Wide receivers, we have Garrett Wilson and Lazard versus
you were
Calvin
right.
Ridley
Hold
and
on.
D-Hop.
It is Jets.
Now,
It is
if this
Jets
was
Titans.
D-Hop
You're right.
10 years ago, I would
It's Jets
be,
Titans. Yep,
heavily
Tennessee.
leaning towards the Titans here. But it's not. So I'd call it a wash. I think Garrett Wilson kind of balances it out.
Yeah, it's
He looks really
Tennessee.
good. I think he has a good chemistry with Aaron Rodgers. The running backs, we have Brees Hall
Levis.
versus Pollard. And if you're basing it off of week 1, you would go with Pollard. But we're not basing it off of week 1. Brees Hall had a tough matchup. I think Brees Hall bounces back, gets a tud, and, lean towards Brees Hall. Coaches, so I don't like Salah. I just don't like him. Not my favorite. But
Ridley.
Brian Callahan had a bad week 1. He blew the game, letting Will Levis throw those picks. So yeah, it's a slight, tiny lead towards Salah. Fun fact: Titans have failed to cover in their home opener for the last 4 out of 5 home openers. So we're looking to make it 5 against the Titans.
100% with you on
I
this one. I
agree.
think the Jets make a comeback here.
Yep, I think
This is going to be an easy matchup compared to the Niners. And I know I sound like the
Yep.
Niners fan right
Yep.
now, but it's true. This is a much easier matchup for the Jets. I think Garrett Wilson breaks out a little bit here. I think Brees has himself a good game. Jets defense will swallow up the Titans offense a lot better. I agree.
100%. So I got Jets 27, Titans 13. And my last and final pick, this one's personal. Falcons at Eagles. Eagles -6.5. Give me the Eagles, giving the points. Quarterback, Kirk Cousins looked pretty shaky his first week. Jalen Hurts also looked shaky, but one got the win and one didn't. So, lean towards Hurts. Wide receivers, we got Drake London on the Falcons, and we got Mooney. Really kind of nothing burgers. Don't really like them that much. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith on the Eagles. Heavy lean towards the Eagles in that spot. Not even close. Running backs, we got Bijan Robinson and Barkley. I would say that's a wash. And I think they're both solid running backs. No edge either way. Head coach, Sirianni versus Raheem Morris. I can't stand looking at Sirianni's face. And Raheem Morris hasn't proved much to me being a head coach. So I'll say it's a wash. I'll say it's whatever. So, fun fact, head-to-head, the Eagles have won the last 4 out of 5 games versus the Falcons. Now, the reason why I like the Eagles so much is because, and it's in prime time, Kirk Cousins crumbles at Lincoln Financial Field, especially during prime time. Remember that one game they had last year? Just got demolished. and Kirk Cousins crumbles under pressure. You know, we've seen it against the Steelers last week. TJ Watt had a field day, and I expect the Eagles to blitz early and often and rattle Cousins. So I'm taking the Eagles 31 and the Falcons 10.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Falcons are going to take a couple of weeks to get together and figure their stuff out, man. And the Eagles just have a better team.
Yep.
So I'm with you there. All right, cool. Another PD picks down. We'll see how we do.
Hopefully better than last time.
Yeah. Make sure you guys get your money in and bet it all and have fun with that.
Thanks for watching the Banter Blitz Podcast. Tune in next week for more nonsense.